Hi, this is Kevin Sousa. Welcome to my video number 23 on my personal faults and shortcomings and problems and challenges. And it's exciting to be able to share. Now, it was embarrassing at first, but after 23 videos of this, it evolves into something that's exciting to share because it helps me and hopefully it'll help others. Today's topic is speaking up for yourself. When I was a young kid, I was bullied. Okay, there was a guy named Dennis, a kid named Dennis in my neighborhood as a real young kid who bullied me. And there were a couple of others that he solicited when he finally saw me again in junior high school that bullied me. And I kind of kept to myself because I was a little wimpy when I was a kid. Okay, pretty wimpy. And I wouldn't speak up. I wouldn't try to fight somebody. I was, laid back and didn't want to cause trouble, or really didn't want to get hurt from getting beat up. Okay, and I'm not that kind of a man today, that's for sure. So, but what happened was. I would keep in, and my fear would stop me from speaking out or standing up for myself. Okay? Speaking up, standing up for what's right, standing up for yourself, they're all related. And I wasn't really shy, I just didn't want to get hurt and was afraid of getting hurt. And so therefore, I did not retaliate or stand up for myself when I was bullied. And so, as years went by, I noticed something about my mother. My mother would speak up when there was a problem. We were in Sears one day, and I was a kid. I don't remember how old I was, maybe 10 or something. And the guy that was waiting on us, and it was actually the shoe salesman at Sears, because that's where we got our shoes. He was having a bad day with somebody, and I recognized him because my mother, seemed very friendly with him over the past, couple of years as far as knowing who he was and so forth. And he was having a bad day with a customer, and my mother asked him a question. I don't remember all the specifics of this, but I do remember this. She laid into him, and she said, "Hey, if you're having a bad day, don't take it out on me." And, my mother had the courage to stand up for what's right and to speak up when there was something that she wanted to say. And there are a lot of people in this world who, I don't want to rock the boat. I just want to, whatever. If they have a problem or they're not doing something right, rather than speaking up, they keep it to themselves. Okay? To me, in my opinion, it's a bad habit. And so why? Because of my own personal experiences with bullies and so forth. And the only way to break out of a fear is to take action. Action cures fear. I learned that in a book that I've talked about in one of my videos called The Magic of Thinking Big. How do you cure fear? Action. Doing what you're afraid of will cure the fear. Amazing, isn't it? Okay? And so, what I did was, in school, we were walking around the auditorium during lunch period once you're done eating, and if it was raining outside, we'd all walk the perimeter of the auditorium until it was time to go back to class. And, a whole bunch of kids would be walking around. Well, these bullies made their way up to me, and they started flicking my ears, okay, knowing that I wasn't going to do anything about it. And it finally reached the breaking point. I reached a breaking point, okay, and knowing how my mother was, and I thought about that, I turned around and I did something you're not supposed to do, as I hauled off and hit this bully who was a bully to me all of my life, even as a young kid. And I knocked him on the ground and made his mouth bleed a little bit because I hit him as hard as I could. His friends around him, I was expecting to be ganged up on and beat up. But they looked at me and looked at him on the ground, and they turned and they walked away. Of course, teachers came. I got suspended for fighting in school. And but something powerful happened because I broke through my fear barrier by taking action and doing and what was right and standing up for myself. I no longer had a fear of speaking my mind. When I see something is not right, I will speak up about that now, and I wouldn't do that before. So, a lot of people have a challenge speaking up, but you know what? All it takes is acting on it, and you will get past that fear. And so I learned what I did years after I did it. through the books and the audios and the videos and the successful people I hang around with. And if you too would like to learn more about that, join me in our quest to make ourselves better. Okay? Maybe put some dollars in your pocket. Click the link below and join me. Okay? And this is Kevin Sousa. Speak up. I'll see you in the next video. Make it a wonderful day.